Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. I have missed you all so much. I know it's only been like, what, 4 days or something, but I literally missed you guys so much. And I was a bit stuck last week, so I was like, I don't really know what video to film today. But you guys sent in some amazing suggestions and I've literally made note of all of them. And today I decided to film the Agony Aunt video. So somebody suggested this, so thank you so much. And yeah, I'm just going to film that today for you. I asked you guys to send me in your dilemmas and hopefully your gal can help you out even just a little bit. There are loads and I'm not going to answer them all because there are literally so many and this video will be so long. But I just thought I could answer as many as I can for you guys and yeah, just help you out with some of your dilemmas and your problems. Obviously all of them are completely anonymous, so do not worry, your secret is safe with me. But I just thought I could answer your dilemmas and maybe it will help more than one person. I don't know, we might have some of the same issues. So yeah, I'm just going to answer a few for you guys. I have them all on my phone ready. I screenshotted all of them. It's so hot in here and I really want to wear this cute cardigan, but I just don't think I can do it. Like, I feel like my mind is ready for autumn and winter, but the weather just says otherwise and I'm literally sweltering. So I'm just going to get straight into them because like I said, there are quite a few and some of them are quite long. So I want to help you guys out as much as I possibly can and just be there for you all because honey, you are not alone. We've all got this together. So I just thought this would be a fun idea. Well, someone actually gave me this idea, so thank you. Right, so let's find these. There are literally so many, it's crazy. I might just do a part 2 of this because I want to help and answer all of your problems. Let's start with, okay, how to not catch the feels. He's told me he wants a casual, but I fall way too quick. So I feel like this happens to so many people. It happens to a lot of girls, but I'm sure it happens to a lot of boys as well. And it's so hard because it's one of those situations where you've got your head and your heart. Like, if your head knows that he just wants something like really casual and he doesn't want anything sort of like long term or relationship or anything like that, then obviously you know in your head it's not right for you to carry it on because it's not fair that, you know, you get dragged sort of deeper into it and he's just sitting there like, oh yeah, like, I don't want anything else, I just want it casual. I think first of all, just be grateful that he has told you this, that he just wants it casual, because some people will continue to like lead you on and not tell you like how they really feel and that they don't really want a relationship. So at least he's told you that, but it still obviously sucks. Like, it's a shit situation and yeah, I would just, it's hard because especially if you really like the person already, I would, and I know it's easier said than done, but I would just try and I wouldn't carry it on, especially if you know for a fact he doesn't want anything serious and you do and you're starting to fall for him. It's not healthy because you'll end up just hurting yourself more in the long term. I would get out whilst you can, so whilst it's not like really deep, just say, look, like, I really do like you, but I know you don't want anything else, so for my own sake, like, I think we should just leave it because it's not fair. And hopefully he can be understanding and just be respectful of that, because like obviously there's always a possibility of him turning around and be like, actually I do want a relationship, but if he is saying that he doesn't right at this moment, then you know that that's not really the path you should be following, so to speak. Like, I would just try and quit while you're ahead. Like, before you get any deeper, just draw a line under it and say, look, like, I'm really starting to fall for you. If it's not like same, what's the word, reciprocated, is that the word? Like, if he doesn't feel the same basically, then I would just say like, it's not right for me, I need to come away from you for a little bit. And you never know in the future, like I always say never, but at the moment I just think you need to kind of distance yourself from that person. Why is someone bibbing outside my window? Did you guys hear that? That's my advice to you. I hope that helps. It's a really sticky situation because obviously your heart's like, oh no, I'll carry on, like in case he does, you know, like fall in love with me or whatever. But you need to kind of, in this situation, go with your head and your gut, because if he doesn't want a relationship and you do, then you're just going to end up falling way too deep, and it will be harder and more hurtful than it would be if you just did it now. So yeah, that's my advice to you. I really hope that helps. With any of these like dilemmas or anything that I'm answering today, if you feel like they don't 100% help or you want to talk more about it, my DMs are always open. Just DM me, I'm always open to talk and I will never judge. Some of you guys were like, oh, mine's a bit like personal. Honestly, I will never ever judge you, so just send me in your problems. But yeah, I hope that helps you, and thank you for sending that one in. Let's go for a juicy one. So I'm dating a stripper but not sure if it should be serious or not. I don't think my family would approve, but it means keeping it as a secret, which has its own issues. I know that there will be people who will see that as an issue and will be like, will sort of judge that and judge the person, but then there'll also be people like me who I'm pretty much like open to stuff, like nothing really shocks me. I just think, do you know what I mean? Like, just you do you, boo, is that the saying? Yeah, that's the saying. Yeah, just do whatever makes you happy, but it's a bit awkward obviously because the family thing. It's one of those things that you'll never know until you just try. So go in with an open mind, be a little bit sort of smart about it, so kind of don't think that it's going to be all like rainbows and happy and smooth, because there are people who will judge others for choices they make or anything like that, but at the end of the day that's their choice. And if your family don't approve of the person that you're with or the person that you're in love with or whatever, it can be quite uncomfortable. It is hard because you want to be able to have like silly things like family meals together and bring your partner, but then if you feel like you can't, it's kind of like, well, what do I do, because I really like this person, but then also my family, I don't want to fall out with them. I would maybe say, like, out of all your family, if there's one person that you're particularly close to, like maybe just say to them, look, I'm like, maybe just tell them your issue. Say, I'm dating this person, they are a stripper, and obviously a lot of people don't approve of that, a lot of people don't really care, like I wouldn't judge you at all. I just think do what makes you happy, but just say to them, I am anxious about it because obviously I don't want the person to be judged, but I also really like them, so I do want them to meet the family. But then obviously you've got the complication of people not agreeing with their choices and judging them for it. So yeah, maybe just find someone that you're closest to in the family and just speak to them about it and just say, how like obviously do you feel? But obviously at the end of the day, if this person makes you happy, your family will see that. Like, if it's genuine, your family will see that they make you happy, and hopefully they can just see past it. Like I said, I would never have an issue with that because that's their life choice. It's nothing to do with like my opinion or anybody else's opinion, but people do have opinions, you can't help that. But yeah, just talk to someone and say, look, I'm a little bit anxious about it. Maybe introduce them to like one person at a time if you're really that worried about it, or just go in and be like, look, I like this person, you're going to accept it or you're not. But obviously you don't want to fall out with your family because of it, but then you want to keep them, so it is a very sticky situation. But yeah, I mean, I would just talk to someone in your family who's kind of like in there, if that makes sense. So they will say like, oh, I don't really agree with it, or like, you know, if it makes you happy, it makes you happy, then people just have to get on with it, and it's not their relationship at the end of the day. You can make your own choices. If this person is going to make you happy, then that's all that they should wish. They shouldn't like have to choose who you date or who you're with. Like, that isn't for them to do. You should go with like your heart and who you like. I do hope that kind of answers your question. I've never been in that situation, so I don't really know, but I hope that there's something in there that helps. I really do. But yeah, I would just speak to someone who's actually in your family, who you feel like you can open up to, and just say, I'm really worried about it, because I don't want people to judge him or her or like whoever it is, and just see what they say. But always do what makes you happy. As long as you're not hurting anybody else, then, you know, that's the important thing. So I've got one that's like kind of similar, kind of not, and it's, my partner is significantly older than me. I'm having a hard time convincing my mum to accept him. Any advice? I'm, like I said, I'm very sort of like, I really try not to judge people, and I personally don't see an issue with age. As cringe as it sounds, I think age literally just is a number. As long as you are sensible, you are safe, they look after you, and obviously you're above the age of consent, if you know what I mean, then I just think that if that person makes you happy, it doesn't matter about their age. I don't think it does anyway. I know a lot of people do, but I don't know, like, I feel like it's so common now for people to be with, like, for girls especially, to be with older guys. Obviously it can be the other way around as well, but it is quite common for girls to go out with older guys. And I really, like, obviously I don't know what the actual age difference is, but if they genuinely make you happy, and like you make them really happy, and it's all genuine and it's just love, you cannot help the fact that they are however old, just like they can't help the fact that you're however old. And your family should just accept it, because as long as you're being, like I said, safe, and you're above the age of consent, then I just don't, and I know that you are, but I don't see a problem with it. I just think that just kind of let time take its toll, is that the word? I do feel like time's a healer, so if your mum can see over time, actually, you know, he's not that bad, he is making you very happy, then she will just learn to accept it. But obviously do be wary of the fact that if it's something that she doesn't agree with, you do have to kind of respect her opinions. But obviously at the same time, you can't live your life for somebody else, you have to do it for you. So just give it time. I really would just give it time. Maybe arrange like a family dinner or something, and have him there, and just show your mum like, oh, like, he's not that bad, like, he's a nice person, that's all that matters, he looks after you. And it just happens to be that he's, you know, a lot older, but if he's going to be there for you and he's going to look after you just as someone your own age would, it shouldn't matter. But yeah, I really hope that that answers your dilemma for you. There's loads about like relationships, guys. I feel like Cupid or something. Right, okay, so I like a girl, but I don't know if she likes me or not. Us girls, we are hard nuts to crack. Girls can be very confusing. We kind of, like, a lot of girls will play hard to get, so maybe she's playing hard to get, but maybe, I don't know, like, girls are really hard to understand, just like boys are to us. Like, when I remember when I was growing up, I used to be like, oh, like, what does this mean? Like, does this mean he likes me? Does this mean he doesn't? It's one of those things, and I feel like this is a really bad answer, but it's true. It literally is a matter of time, and if you feel like you can ask them straight up, like, I like you, I fancy you, whatever, do you fancy me back, or do you like me? And hopefully she just gives you a straight answer. To put it bluntly, if I'm going to try and put myself in the shoes of when I was younger and I was talking to a boy, so if, say, like, actually there is one situation. So there was a situation when I was about 17 and a boy liked me. I was talking to him for a little while and I wasn't really sure if I liked him, and I remember he asked me like straight up, he was like, oh I feel so bad telling you guys this story, but I'm just going to be real with you. Oh god, I seem like such a bad person. I'm not. He asked me to be his girlfriend and I said no, and I know that seems so harsh, but I'm very like, I'd always try my best to be honest, and it is hard sometimes. It is hard, let's be real. We're not all angels. Like, I've made mistakes, everybody has, but I remember thinking, I was like, oh, I know it's horrible and it seems so harsh, but I'd rather just tell them like straight. And hopefully if you ask the girl, do you like me, maybe don't ask the boyfriend girlfriend question if you're not there yet, but just be like, oh, like, I really like you, do you feel the same, or say it in a cute way and just see what she says, and hopefully she's just going to give you a straight up honest truth. But I feel like a girl should just say yes or no. If she says, oh, I'm not really sure, or this or that, I don't mean to put this bluntly, but I'd rather be honest, she probably doesn't feel the same. Because I've done it before when I was really young. I'd be like, oh, I don't know if I like you. It just means no, like, and she just doesn't want to hurt your feelings, which is kind of nice in a way, but also I'm sure you'd rather her just be honest and say she doesn't like you, because then you can just forget about it and move on. But yeah, I would just ask straight up and see what she says. And if you do end up asking her and she gives you a weird answer, send it to me and I will try and read it in like girl script, and I'll try and understand, because I know that it is hard, especially when you're a little bit younger, so you're like not as confident with being honest about stuff like that. Like, I was always really embarrassed if someone would be like, oh, I like you, do you like me, and say if I didn't like them I'd be like, I don't know. Like, it's just kind of girls, really, we're very unsure creatures. But yeah, if you do ask her, like I said, and you're not sure what she means by her answer, send it to your gal and I will try and read it, because girls can be strange. I'm only going to answer a couple more just because I can see this video is already 25 minutes and I don't want to bore you guys, so we're going to answer maybe like 2 more. Should we do 2 more? Bear with me reading this because I'm not the best at reading. Right, okay, so I was friends with this girl and I'm not anymore. She now got another good friend and I'm jealous. I want a good best friend and I just feel like I have no close friends. I want someone who say will come round and will watch TV, or even go for a drive and a gossip about people and stuff, what best friends do. But I have no one to talk to deeply. They're all in other groups and I feel like I don't have a close friend at all. My friends at the moment say they're close to me, but I see them 2 or 3 times a month and I personally don't class that as close. So first of all, I know I don't know you, but you have me. You can always come to me if you feel like you need to talk about anything. But I know that doesn't really answer your question, but never feel alone. Just wanted to say that, never ever feel alone, because you're not. I think I've been in like a similar situation when I was younger, where I didn't really feel like I fit in. Like, I had friends, but you know, like, there's always a group of girls. I was never in like a big group because I didn't like it, and I've spoken about this in a video before and just said that I never felt like I fit into these girl groups. And I feel as if when you get older you just kind of see it as, you know, like, that's okay. Not everyone is going to be in these really close friendship girl groups, and a lot of the time they're not as close as you think. They're not as like good friends to each other as, you know, it may come across, because a lot of the times in like friendship groups there are dramas, there are problems. Obviously there are groups that it doesn't really happen, but it's not all like happy and laughter and all that. Like, there is beef, as you call it. I just think that if someone doesn't want to spend time with you or doesn't put effort in with you, then I wouldn't really class them as a good friend. Like you said as well, like you don't class them as close friends. And it's one of those things where maybe, and it sounds so cringe, but maybe at this time in your life you aren't able to find that really close bond, but it could just be around the corner. And I would just kind of remind yourself that you're never ever alone, and you know, people can be horrible, they can be like leaving others out and stuff like that, and you just kind of have to trust that you will find that close friend relationship, I promise you. And you will look back and think, I wish I wasn't even upset about that. So yeah, you just, it's so hard because that literally just is it. Like, I would just continue to see them if you want to. If you don't want to, don't enjoy their company, don't bother, and just know that there will be your bestest friend in the whole world right around the corner. You might have already met them, you might have not yet, and just trust that you will find your best friend. Everyone finds their best friends at different points in life. Some people are friends with people from when they're like in nappies, and then they're still best friends up until they're like a lot older. Some people get their friends in school, some people get their friends outside of school, way after school, in their 30s, 20s, whenever. You will just end up one day finding that best friend. So don't think it's going to be like this forever, because it's not. It's really, really not. And maybe you just don't click with them and you're waiting for someone that you do click with, and you will find that person. I promise you, promise you that. These things just do take time, and as long as they're not making you feel like left out or unhappy, if they are, then they are not the friends for you. Just kind of, I know it's harsh, but just walk away from it, because you don't need that in your life. You don't need to be made to feel like left out or like down or anything like that. Yeah, I kind of hope that helps you. But like I said, you are never ever alone. Always message me. I say this to everyone, but I really, really do mean it. And yeah, just trust that you will find your best friend. Just maybe they're not there now, but they will be there. You've just got to wait, and as annoying as it is, just trust that they will come around and you will find that best friend who you'll be able to have deep chats with and do all the little gossipy like best friend things that you want to do. But yeah, I hope that helps. I'm going to answer one more, because I literally can't answer all of these in this video because I like to talk. But I will save these for another video, the ones I haven't answered, so don't worry. Okay, so let's choose one more. I messaged my ex-friend the other day and I wanted to know the reason why our friendship ended, as there was no reason for us falling out, and yet she gave me abuse. How would you deal with this and try to get her to understand? Just think, like, I'm very thick-skinned when it comes to being treated badly by someone. The fact that you just messaged to ask like, oh, like, how comes you don't want to be friends with me anymore, and she gave you abuse, then cut her out, because you can't have someone make you feel like that. And I know it's so annoying because you want an answer, you want to know, like, is it something you did or is it something that happened? Like, why do they not want to be friends with you anymore? Maybe they are just not the friend for you. And like, if you think of it like this way, say when it comes to your friends, you want people who you trust, you want people who are kind, who care for you, and you know, like, you can care for them and just enjoy your time with them. And if they are the complete opposite, you don't want to be friends with someone like that. That's not a friend. It's just annoying because obviously you've asked for an answer and she's just given you like, she's just been horrible. Honestly, like, girl, you do not want a friend like that. You really, really don't. Just think of it as a blessing in disguise and a little sign that it was the right thing for you to stop being friends. Some people do just grow out of each other. Some people just one day wake up and they don't want to be friends with you anymore. It does happen. Same with relationships. It is sad, but it happens. So what can you do? You just kind of have to take the good from it. So take it as a lesson and take it as a blessing, take it as a sign. So you were not meant to be friends with them, so then you're grateful for the fact that, you know, like, I've seen it now and I can just move on and have other friends, have fun times with other friends, make new friends. So just see it as a blessing. Honestly, I would not beat yourself up about it. Like, it is obviously sad and it's upsetting when you lose a friend, or like even in a relationship, but everything happens for the best possible reason, and if you keep remembering that, it's so important, and that will kind of like hopefully get you through it. And just have your head held high, know your worth, know that you do not need people like that as friends, because that's not a friend. Like, you don't do that to a friend. So it's kind of a good thing that you've seen them for like what they are, and just take it as, you know, it's a shame, but we've had our good memories, but maybe we're not meant to be friends anymore. So I'll just move on from it and just think positive. Remember that everything happens for a reason, and maybe it's just a blessing that you needed. And I always say, when one door closes, another one opens. So I think it's just kind of that, really. And I would just, yeah, just take it as a blessing and be thankful that you've seen it now rather than later. So guys, I am gonna end the video here. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you got a bit of help from it. I don't know if any of you guys are in similar situations to what was asked. Hopefully that can help you as well. If you do want to see like a part 2 of this video, let me know and I will just answer the rest of the dilemmas, because there was quite a few left. But like I said, I just don't want this video to be so long that you're just like, Chia, can you shut up now? Like, you get boring, hun. So yes, thank you so much for watching, and I love every single one of you so much. Also, go and follow me on Instagram, because on Friday the 31st of July there will be an announcement on my page. It's something very exciting. I'm not going to tell you anymore, just going to tell you to go and follow me on Instagram so you can see what that is, you can see what it's all about. And yes, thank you so much for watching. I will see you on Wednesday for another video, I think, if not Sunday. But probably Wednesday. But yeah, I will see you then, and I love you all so much. Bye.